I'm Garrick DeMeyer from Royal Constrictor Designs. I want to show you some more baby ball pythons that I've been hatching this summer, summer 2017. These are a few different leopard combos that I have here. This is a leopard bumblebee. I really love what leopard does. A lot of things. It just gives everything such a bold, strong pattern. Really high contrast between the black and the yellow. And this one is a leopard killer bee, I think. It's weird the way this one's got such long, straight lines going down it. Actually, it could even have pinstripe in it too. I'll have to kind of research this a little bit more. It's getting really difficult now with all these different morphs. I mean, I produced these from breeding a leopard bumblebee to a silver streak pinstripe. So I mean, there could be all kinds of different possibilities in here. This is a pewter bee leopard, or a black widow leopard. So it's a leopard, spider, pastel, and black pastel. And this is the same thing, but it's a super pastel. This is a silver streak, spider, leopard. So super pastel, black pastel, spider, and leopard. Really cool what leopard does when mixed in with other things. Got a lot of plans to add leopard into quite a few of my different bloodlines of morphs that I have. Okay, so that's the most recent batch of leopards. Another one that I wanted to show here, my first ever fire clown. Just a little bit lighter than a typical clown. This is a female, so I think I'm going to keep her. I should be producing more fire clowns and even firefly clowns this summer yet. Just love that head pattern. Okay. The next ones that I have here, this is from a calico yellow belly banana bred to a GHI Mojave. This first one seems to be pretty easy. It's a GHI yellow belly. Doesn't really show the yellow belly pattern a whole lot, but pretty much the only thing that can explain the brightness of the contrast and the colors. This is a GHI Mojave, maybe calico, maybe yellow belly. I haven't researched how those two genes interact with the GHI Mojave too much yet. I just wanted to get these guys out and show them off a little bit before I really looked into them. Here is a banana calico, and it's a possible yellow belly. And then here's a banana calico that's definitely got yellow belly in it. Here is a banana GHI, possible yellow belly. I'm not sure. I haven't produced a regular banana GHI yet, so I don't know if they're all this orange or if it's the yellow belly that's doing that. I've produced pastel banana GHIs, but they have a kind of a different look to them than without pastel in there. whether it has yellow belly in there or not. It's a pretty amazing looking snake, that's for sure. And then this one right here, that is a GHI banana yellow belly, and it may have calico in it too. Calico is difficult because they don't all, I mean, if they all look like this with the really high whites, it'd be so easy to tell, but some of them are really low white to the point where they might not even have any white at all. But I mean, just look at the colors on that. Let me get it up right here for you. Just incredible. So if I can get all these to actually sit still at once, you can see the entire clutch. So this is the kind of stuff that you get when you start combining multi-genes together with some pretty nice combinations. I mean, that's a pretty cool clutch. This is every baby in the clutch. And just every one, I mean, one is just cooler than the next. It's incredible. It's also incredible how squirmy they are today. Okay, so I'll put some of these up for sale on my website. I'm not sure which ones yet. I can guarantee you this guy will stay. I'm not sure about the other ones yet. I'm still trying to kind of make up my mind about them. And it would also help if I knew exactly what they were, so I might even just put them on the shelf for a couple of months and just kind of raise them up and see if I can figure out exactly what they are. But either way, cool snakes, and that's what I'm in the business of doing, just making cool snakes, regardless of what genes are in there. Helps to know what genes are in there, but I'm just glad I can produce stuff like this. Okay, so I'm going to put all these guys away, and I've got a few clutches here. I think 3 clutches that I want to cut open. This first one is actually started up on its own. This is a jigsaw clown bred to a black pastel het clown, so a pewter het clown. So by cutting these eggs open, I generally don't cut eggs open until right around when they're about ready to hatch. I'm not one of these guys that'll cut eggs open at day 40 or anything just because I can't wait to see what's in there. I like to wait until I can clearly feel the babies. You know, if I push in on the eggs, I can absolutely feel the baby in there. And also I know that by the date that this clutch was laid on, I know when it's going to hatch, and obviously with this one already pipping on its own, it's going to hatch now. So get his head back in there so I don't hit him with the scissors. Looks like a pewter clown. Whether it's got Mojave in it, probably not, but nice pewter clown anyway. It's the first one of those for me. And I know you can't see much in the video when I'm just opening up eggs like this, so I will definitely show these guys again once they've shed. Pinstripe het clown. Looks like a pastel clown. Always nice to see those. Looks like a Mojave, or Pastavi, probably a Pastavi. It's het for clown. Got a pretty good assortment of different types of clowns and het clowns for sale on my website right now too. And I'm going to have a really good season with clowns, so I should have a lot more to offer in the near future. No clue. It's got a few different things in it. Pinstripe, pastel, looks like black pastel, could be a pewter blast clown. So wait and see. really sure about this one. It kind of looks like a pastel jigsaw hat clown, or I don't know. I don't think this one's going to be a clown, but it might be. We'll have to wait until those come out of the egg. Okay, got a couple more good ones here to hatch out. This one is from, it should be from fire pied to a yellow belly pied. So it should be all pieds. Might not really be able to see exactly what's in these too well because they're all going to be pieds and they're all going to be probably fairly high white, but I don't know if we're going to really know for sure what each baby is by looking at them. That's either a fire or a yellow belly. Hard to say. My goal here is to produce a fire yellow belly pied. That's going to be a really high white pied, whatever it is. Can't see a whole lot other than white, which is not a bad thing. Another high white. So nice breeding a visual to a visual like this, because the worst thing I can produce out of this is still a pretty marketable snake, and being just a normal pied, still in really high demand. So it's kind of nice versus going with hats, like hat to hat breeding or even a visual to hat breeding isn't really very fun sometimes because the odds can be not in your favor. So like I said, these are just probably all just gonna be white with a little bit of pattern on them, and I won't know what they are exactly until they actually come out of the egg. I'm sure these will make it onto a video in a couple of weeks too. Kind of wish one of them would have its head sticking out a little bit so I could kind of at least get a somewhat of an idea of what it is. Ooh, that's nice. That may be a fire yellow belly pied, I'm gonna say. So at least a fire pied. It is hot in this hatchling room today. Feels like it's about 90 degrees in here. I think it's only actually about 85, but still really hot. See all those blood vessels in there that are attached to the yolk. Here's another nice one. Alright, well, like I said, I'll show these guys once they all hatch out and shed. So there's something a little bit more to look at than just a little white spot in an egg. And I have one more clutch to show you. So this clutch, we'll just see how lucky I really am today. This clutch is from pastel clown pied to a pastel possible double hat clown pied. There's some nice condensation on here. I've gone through how I incubate before, but I might as well do it again. The vermiculite in here is completely saturated. The light diffuser on top to keep the eggs from actually getting any of the water from the vermiculite on them. The eggs don't touch the top or either side, so water can't wick onto the eggs. Usually keeps the eggs pretty healthy. A little bit of water dripped down on this egg probably when I open the box up. And for air holes, I just have a couple tiny, like 1/16 inch drill bit air holes in the sides of the container. I don't even know where they are in this one, they're so small. But there's just a couple, maybe 4 little tiny air holes in here. That's all the air exchange that they need. That means that you don't have to add water to this because water isn't evaporating and leaving. The water's evaporating in there, but it's staying in there. It's not leaving the container. So it doesn't really matter what the humidity of your incubator is. If the container with the eggs in is nice and humid. You know, humidity in there is probably 100% or pretty close to it. Okay, so let's see how lucky I am today. I've only hatched one clown pied ever, and that's the breeder that I have now. And there it looks like a nice pastel pied or a super pastel pied. Probably just a pastel pied, I think, given how black the markings are. I think that's a clown. Be another nice one that I'd like to see the head. Head would be a dead giveaway, but I don't think I'm going to see that today. But at least I proved that female out to be Hetfer pied, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I'll hatch a clown in here, then I can prove that she's Hetfer clown too. It's pastel, 100% double het. See another pied. Looks like another nice pastel pied. Come on, let's see a clown. Another pastel pied. Can't really see much white on it, but I'm sure there is some in there. Pretty sure it's a pied anyway. Probably just a lower white one. And another pastel. So it doesn't look like I hit on any clown pieds, but looks like I did hit on 3 pastel pieds that are Hetfer clown. So then that female's definitely het pied. She may still be het clown. I mean, there's always a chance that I wouldn't hit on a clown in here. You know, sometimes they have odds like that. So what I'll probably do is I'll just try breeding her again next year to the same male. If she doesn't produce clowns again next year, then I'll probably just consider her a pastel het pied, and I'll move her from the pastel clown pied project into just a pied project. And she can still serve a purpose here, just not quite what I wanted to get out of her. So that's all I have to show today. I will show some more stuff soon. I'm going to try to roll out as many of these videos as I can possibly have time to do over the next few months. So stay tuned for that, and also to make sure that you check out what I have available to purchase, which is a large and vast list of animals, and growing every single day with all these hatchlings. Make sure to check out my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com, and also make sure to find us and like us on Facebook as well.